Hey y'all, and welcome to episode 74 of the Crazy Sock Lady podcast. My name is Kay, and this is my YouTube channel where I chat about all of my knitting and crocheting, things that I've been designing. It's been a while since I've been able to get on here for an episode, so goodness gracious, we have a lot to talk about today. I have some finished objects, quite a few finished objects. Of course, works in progress. I've received some things in the mail. We have a giveaway to announce. I have a new yarn subscription box that I am excited to share with you guys. So go ahead, grab your beverage of choice. I have got some coffee today. It's very hot. I just made this cup in my New Mexico mug that I'm not going to turn all the way around because I know I will spill that. So grab your drink, grab your knitting. Let's get started. So excited to be sitting back down with you guys. I feel like everything has just been piling up around me that I want to share with y'all. So I am so glad that I had today to be able to sit down and catch you guys up on what I've been working on. So first off, we'll start with the administrative things. I've got a couple of exciting things to share with you guys. One is brand new that I have not talked about yet. So let's go ahead and jump in with that. First, you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady, and there is a group for the podcast on Ravelry. If you head over to Ravelry, go to the groups tab at the top, search Crazy Sock Lady Podcast. It's going to pop right up there for you, and everything will be linked down below. Show notes where you can find me, stuff that I talk about. You're going to find it all right down below this video here on YouTube. So first up, just a reminder that we have the spring and summer sock cal going on. This is for any socks that you make, knit or crocheted socks. Head over and get those entered. The threads are open in the Ravelry group. There's a chatter and a finished objects thread. And if you use any Crazy Sock Lady Designs patterns, you get double entries into that. That ends September 23rd. Yes, September 23rd. So you still have just a little while this month to get those socks finished, started, even if you're a fairly quick knitter, started and finished by the 23rd and up in there. Then I'll close that thread, and we have so many fun prizes to give away for that one. We do have a Swapless Swap open that had taken a break for last month. It's back up now. I wanted to share with you guys the latest one that I received. Yeah, I don't think I shared this on the last episode. Pretty sure I've gotten it since then. But this is the latest one that I received. So I wanted to show this to you guys so that you kind of get an idea what you get with the swaps. So it's for fingering weight minis. You get 10 40-yard minis. And this one, the yarn dyer was What the Flock. It is a different yarn dyer every month that they're in there. So this one was What the Flock. So they come in a bag all wound up, and then it'll have the dyer's information, the colorway names. Everything is listed right on the front of the bag. This one is super fun. It's Disney. There's the Evil Queen, Red Queen, Cruella, Ursula, Wicked Stepmother. Super fun colorways for this one. So I'm excited to get this one out. This one might be the next one to go into my Bits and Bobs blanket. But for those, the one we have open right now is with Organized Chaos. I feel so out of practice today. Organized Chaos is like perfect for what's going on here today. But that is the yarn dyer that will be doing this next one, Organized Chaos. And the prices for these vary $35 to $45. And I did not write it down, but I believe this one closes October 15th. I hope that's correct, but I will link it directly down below if you're interested in getting some mini skeins for swaps or for scrappy projects that you have going on. If you want to join us for #ScrappySunday over on Instagram, make sure you head over and check it out. It's a lot of fun to get those different minis, try out some different yarn dyers. I just think the mini skeins are so much fun. So head over and check that out if you're interested. So what I have to talk to you guys about next, I don't actually have anything here to show you just yet. I will have a box to show you guys soon, but this is a brand new subscription box that I wanted to go ahead and chat with you guys about for a moment. So Cheryl from Hypnotic Yarn has a subscription box called Yarnable, and the signups for new members is getting ready to open on September 9th. So I wanted to make sure I chatted with you guys because we're quickly coming up on that date. So with the Yarnable subscription box, it's customizable. You can choose if you want 1 to 2 100-gram skeins of either a sock weight, a fingering weight, or a DK weight yarn. It'll be a fun, new, exclusive colorway that's just for the subscription box. And then you also get some extra goodies added in. I believe it is 2 to 3 goodies per box that are themed with that box, just super fun little treats, extra things for you guys. So with the Yarnable box, since it's customizable, the plans start at $26.99 a month and then goes up from there depending on which options that you choose. The signups you can't sign up and go ahead and order it yet. Right now, what you can do is, I'm going to put a link down below for you guys, and this is an affiliate link. So I do get a commission on subscriptions that are done through that link. So I'm going to put that down below for you guys, as well as a coupon code. So what will happen now is you follow that link and you can sign up to be notified when that opens up, and you can go and sign up and subscribe to that subscription box if you're interested. So that link will be down below, and then I will be sharing in the future as well the coupon code, but I'll go ahead and put it below as well. You can get $5 off your first box, and the code is SOCKLADY. So head over and take a look if you're interested. You can check out the website, sign up to be notified. The signups for new members is only open September 9th through September 11th. There's information on the website that gives you all of the details about the payments, how all of that happens. You can look at the question and answers, the back page. All of that is listed over there. And I should probably let you guys know as well, the signups are September 9th through 11th, and then there will be signups again in early October. After that, there will only be signups 3 to 4 times a year for these boxes. So head over and take a look if you are interested. All right, I think that wraps up administrative stuff. So now let's talk knitting. I'm realizing I forgot something in the cabinet over there that we need to chat about. Oh, that's delicious. I'm gonna grab this finished object really quickly. So since we chatted last, I had a new design come out, the Slip Away Cowl. And I actually have 2 here to show you guys. We'll talk about why in just a moment. But this is the first one that I did that is on the pattern page. It is mosaic knitting. And the yarn that I used for this design is Farm Girl Fibers. And the colorway names, the silver is Silver Wings. And then the blue, it's got blues and purples. It's a gorgeous colorway. That is the Doctor Meets Rose. So a little Doctor Who reference there. This is such a fun, easy, it's color work, but it's not stranded color work. All you are doing is slipping stitches. You work with the same color for 2 rows, and then you switch and work the next color up through the pattern. So this is a fun, easy cowl if you really want to try color work, but stranded color work just seems really intimidating to you. Give this a try. Mosaic knitting is just, it's so much fun. It's addicting. So I'll try this on for you guys, so you can see how this fits. And of course this has been blocked. So there it is. I love it. I just love how that chevron, it just pops. It was so much fun to knit up, and it uses so little yarn. For both of these colorways, it's fingering weight. I don't even think I said that. It is a fingering weight cowl, and you use less than 50 grams of both colors. The pattern says 50 grams of the main color and 30 grams of the coordinating color, but I used less. I just put 50 as kind of a buffer there, but I did use a little bit less than 50 for my main color. So what I did, because I had 2 100 gram skeins of that, so I knit another one. This is perfect for gift knitting or perfect for using up those half skeins that we all have left over in our stash after projects. I knit another one. So I just reversed the colors and did another one, and I still had some yarn left. But there's the 2 right there. Just give you an idea if you use more of a solid color for the chevron, or you can use a solid color for your main color, and then more of a speckly kind of color, variegated color for your chevron. So super fun pattern. It's up now on Ravelry and on Etsy, and I will link both of those places down below in the show notes for you guys. All right, so that's the only thing I have for design talk today. I've got a couple of exciting, super secret, super new things going on. Oh my goodness, I have something color work that I'm designing right now that's not mosaic, it's stranded, and I've been kind of scared to do stranded color work. I don't know why, but this idea was only going to work in stranded color work, and I just dove right in. After a couple of days of being like, I don't know if I can do it, I dove in and did it, and I'm loving it, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. It is very top secret though for now, but it's making me want to do more color work. Julie of Twin Stitches Designs, who has a new podcast, 1 episode is out. Go check her out. I really enjoyed watching her. It was like, I love following her and following her Insta stories and just her posts on Instagram in general. So when I saw she did a podcast, I was really excited. So it was fun. Sorry, I feel like I have fluff stuck to my lipstick. But anyways, so much fun to watch her podcast. It was like sitting down and chatting with a friend about your knitting. So I definitely recommend checking out her podcast. And she has some gorgeous designs, which is where I was going with that originally. She has a color work top that's coming out. Today is Thursday. I think it comes out tomorrow. So by the time that this goes up, I think it should be out. If it is, the link will be down below. Go check it out. It's got short sleeves, color work yoke. I think I really want to do it. I mean, obviously I have yarn back there in the stash, but I think I could probably put together something that would work. I'm kind of thinking I might do it. I have not done a color work top yet, but now I don't know. I want to do more color work. It was just so much fun and inspiring to work on this new super secret, top secret project that I can't wait to share with you guys soon. It won't be that secret for that long, so keep an eye out. But yes, okay, now let's talk about some finished objects. So I was working on my niece Lily's sweater for her 4th birthday, and I finished it. It's been sent off to her. She's already received it. She loved it. Cassie sent me a photo of her in it, and it is definitely more of like a tunic length for this year. She turned 4 and I did the 4 to 6. But with some leggings and some boots, it'll be perfect for this year, and then next year it'll fit more like just a sweater. So I'm glad that it worked out that way. I love when they're something that can be worn for 2 years. That's perfect for me. You put that much time and effort, and kids grow so fast, so I think I will probably always try to do that for her as she's, still growing. There may come a time she doesn't want Auntie K's sweaters, but for now, I'm going to do that, do the size up when I can so that she can grow into it. So I actually recorded a video. I don't have it here, like I said, because it's been sent off, but I recorded a video chatting about it before I shipped it out. So I will insert that here, send you back into the past. See you in a minute. Hey guys, so I have just sat down to get ready to mail out this finished sweater, and I thought that I would do a little video instead of just inserting some pictures. I thought a little video of it might be good. So I finished Lily, my niece's 4th birthday sweater. This is something I've done for her every year, different patterns. This year I did the little red pullover by Mina Phillip, Knitting Expat Designs. And the colorways that I used, the pink is Pucker and the gray is Dove Heather. They are both Knit Picks Stroll Fingering. She turned 4 and I did the 4 to 6 year size. And I think it turned out so cute. So Mina also has an adult version, a pattern for the adult sizes of this, and I think I'm gonna do it for myself, but in a solid collar, no stripes, I think. But anyways, my favorite part are the cables. They run all the way down the sweater. That's how they look on the side. And then they go out. So I think it just is, it'll be such a flattering fit. So yeah, I'm really excited about how this turned out. So pleased with it. I didn't have it to her in time for her birthday party, but her toys got there in time, and let's be honest, that's what a 4-year-old really cares about, are her toys. So there is the little red pullover, little pink pullover in this case. All right, so now that you're back with current future K, current future, whatever, now that you're back here, yeah, that was so much fun to knit. I loved it. I'm glad she liked it. And then I have one other thing that I don't have here because it was a gift as well. My neighbor and friend Stephanie had her birthday and we went and did a paint and sip night for her birthday, and I had done a cross stitch picture for her. So I will insert a photo here of that cross stitch picture. I haven't cross stitched in years, and this really kind of gave me the itch to do it more often. I love it. It's so much fun. It's such a different craft to dive into, and I really miss doing it. I haven't done it a ton in the past, but I haven't touched anything cross stitch in years. So that was a lot of fun to do. I actually ordered that kit off of Zulily. I have the app on my phone, and it's not a good idea to have it on my phone because they always have the cutest stuff at discounted prices. Anything you could think of, craft stuff. Sometimes, not all the time. It filters in and out. Brand name stuff discounted, so much stuff. So I actually found that on there when they had some cross stitch stuff listed. And I'll try to find, I know the name of the company that made it, so I will try to find where you can purchase it online and link it below if I can. Because it's not on Zulily right now. So that's the other finished object. And then that I don't have here, I have a couple more. I have some socks to show you now, so let's talk about those. Let me put my coffee down. I'm trying to drink it before it gets too cold. If you follow me on Instagram, I got a Ninja coffee bar recently. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. It is so amazing. I love it. Okay, so 3 pairs of socks. There was this span of, I don't even know if it was a week, where I was just bang, 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 getting these finished objects or these socks finished. It felt amazing. So first, let's chat about these, because these I think were on the needles the longest. So this is a pair of shorty socks. Here's the other one. I only put one on the blocker. That I knit out of some yarn that was gifted to me probably a couple of years ago by Amy of Little Tailoress, Dandelion and Dogwood. And the colorway name was Wanna Cook. It's a Breaking Bad themed colorway. And it was right, I think I had finished watching the show, or I was currently watching it, and Amy was really enjoying the show as well, or I'd already finished it. I can't even remember at this point. But yeah, she dyed this yarn up and sent me a skein of it. So I knit these with the intention that they were going to be for me, but I took the boys to get some new shoes, not thinking when we left the house that morning, because we went to a basketball game and then went shoe shopping, I didn't think that Wyatt had flip-flops on, so he didn't have socks to wear. But I had one of these finished in the car. So I sent Austin out to grab the bag out of the car, and Wyatt tried one of these on. I thought, well, that'll at least give you an idea. They're probably going to be too big, but that'll give you an idea of if the shoe fits with your socks, because he always wears knitted socks. So he put them on and they fit his feet, and they fit my feet. This is not okay. So he's now claimed these. I didn't think he'd want them. I thought he wouldn't like the rolled cuff, and he's like, no, I want them. So as soon as he gets home today, these are being handed over to him. They've been held hostage until I could record. But for these, I didn't really follow a pattern, but if I had to say, here's a pattern, go look at this pattern for this sock, I would say Rose City Rollers, because it has the rolled cuff. And I've done that pattern before, so I just kind of knew what I needed to do to get that cuff. But the heel, I cannot remember the heel and toe instructions in that pattern, but I just did the heel and toe that are in any of my sock patterns. That's my go-to, what I always do. So Rose City Rollers is kind of, that'll give you the instructions for like a rolled cuff. But if you need a pattern to follow, it's pretty simple to do. So that is the first one. I did those on a US 1 2.25 millimeter. I think I worked those up on DPNs on Knitter's Pride Zings, and 64 stitches, which I'd only been doing 56 for Wyatt, but now apparently 64 works. And the next pair of socks, I'm going to show these because this is another Breaking Bad themed yarn. So this yarn is actually, it's from Breaking Yarn. Here's the second one. And the colorway name is Breaking Delphinium. So she sent me this yarn to try out, and I love it. You guys, I've talked about it before. The colorway is just so pretty. I love the purples and the greens. I just love it so much. So for these, I did 64 stitches, US 1 2.25 millimeter, slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset, and then my toe. So just a vanilla, just plain knitting, not a patterned sock, but super fun to do, and I loved working that up. And then my last pair of socks are my August Desert Vista Dye Works socks. So I've been so good this year. I did a patterned sock and I didn't fail like last year in August. I finished it. So the pattern that I used for this is one of my more recent sock patterns, Heel Toe Do-Si-Do. And I'll link that down below for you guys. And I'll also link the Rose City Rollers pattern if anyone wants to take a look at that. But yes, this is the Heel Toe Do-Si-Do pattern. Super fun, addictive 2-row repeat. That's all it takes to get that 2-row repeat. And the back is just stockinette. And the pattern comes with instructions for a slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset, because like I said, that's my go-to, that's what I always do. But for these, I actually did a true afterthought heel following the Curvy Wurby tutorial on YouTube. So that's what I did for these, mainly because these were just kind of out and about knitting, so I didn't want to stop and have to count rows for a heel flap. I just wanted to knit and then cut in and do that heel. So that's my August socks. I have not started my September socks yet. I need to get them started. I have the yarn back there that I'm going to use, but I haven't even caked it up yet. I got to get on the ball, but it'll be good. We're still in the beginning part of September. Okay, so I finished all the socks. Not all of them, but I finished so many of them. I was kind of getting a little anxious about how many works in progress I have. I still have quite a few, but I feel like the socks had majorly gotten out of control. So I feel like I've reined it in with the socks a little bit for now. So I'm feeling good about all the finished things. And now works in progress. That's all the finished things. All right. first, just grab what's on top of the pile here in a bag from my friend Jenny of Mountain State Stitches. I mean, how fun is this? I love this tie-dye fabric. I love that she's got the handle there. So this is a new bag style to her shop. It has 3 big pockets on the inside, and she's doing more of this. She sold out of the tie-dye fabric, but she's going to be listing more of those. So I'll link her Etsy shop and I will link her Instagram down below for you guys. So if you want to go follow her, if you like this style bag, I don't know if she still has this style bag in other prints in the shop. She might. If you like this style bag and want to see what else she has. But if you're interested in the tie-dye, keep an eye out, and I'm sure she'll post on Instagram when she has more. So I'll link everything with her down below. But in here, I have a sock blank. I haven't done a sock blank in a while. I was just feeling the itch to do a sock blank. And I kind of thought that I had one that went good with this fabric, and I did. So I have this sock blank from Honeybee Knits. Look how fun and bright. It's very bright. It's actually getting blown out. It's so bright. Super bright. And I think it goes perfect with the tie-dye. So I thought this would be a lot of fun to do a sock blank. If you've never seen a sock blank before, it's basically like a huge knitted scarf, pretty much. And you're just pulling from it. Oh, wrong end. You just undo it. It's just so much fun to see the colors come together and see how it looks in the blank versus how it looks when you knit it up. So I've started working on it, and I'm using 9-inch circulars. So Signature sent me some of their 9-inch circulars. These are brand new to Signature, Signature Needle Arts. And they sent me these to try out and see what I think. So I'll link them down below if you want to go check out their shop. I'm enjoying working with these. I haven't done a ton. That's all I've done. But I normally have a lot of pain in my thumbs. I don't know if it's something about the way that I hold the 9-inch circulars when I'm working with them. Because you definitely have to hold them different because the needle is like, look how tiny that is. So you do have to hold it a little bit different. Depending on how you knit normally, I have to hold it a little bit different. So that normally I like grip the whole needle. I want to hold it all. But you have to be a little bit more gentle and ladylike with these. So I'm enjoying it. I haven't done it a lot, so I haven't had a lot of hand pain. We'll see when I actually like sit down and binge knit on this if I still have the thumb pain. That's no fault of the 9-inch circulars at all. That's just how I hold them. I think it just causes my thumbs to kind of go back, and then I have pain in the joint. But here's a look at the sock so far. Whoa, I'm telling you guys, this is such a bright yellow. And you can kind of see the orange is starting to come through. So it's been a lot of fun. With sock blanks, you know, the yarn is so kinked up that your stitches don't look perfect, but it's nothing that blocking cannot fix. Blocking can fix mostly everything. So that's one work in progress. That's kind of been my vanilla sock right now. And then I haven't worked on this, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So this is in a bag. This is from a homespun house. She doesn't even make project bags anymore, I don't think, but this was actually a gift to me from Amber of Yarn Junkie, and I love this little bag. It's so cute. With the coyotes, we have coyotes that kind of roam around our housing development. It's interesting. So I've started a pair of socks for Mr. Wyatt a little while back. I can't remember if I showed them last time, if I had started them or not. But the yarn that I'm using, I think this is Lolo Did It. I can't remember what it was. Allison of Lofty Loop sent this to me, and I think I threw the tack away. But this was Lolo Did It one of her hippo colorways, I believe. And then I had a little bit of this color, and I thought they would be perfect together. So I've got one started, kind of another just vanilla sock, and I think I'm ready for the heel. I might do a couple more rounds on the leg, but those look so good together. I love it. So the needles I'm using for this, I haven't used these in a while. These are the Likey Licka Driftwood needles. And US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. And I did cast down 56 stitches for these, but I think it'll be okay. I know the 64 stitches fit, but I think the 56 will fit as well for a little while longer. So I think I did about 20 rounds for his cuff, and I don't know, I've probably done like 15 or 16 rounds on the leg so far, maybe not that much, but I'm getting close. I like these driftwood needles. They're not super duper slippery. They have a little bit of a grip to them, so those are nice. And that is all for the socks for today. I have my Rhinebeck sweater started though. So I am going to Rhinebeck again this year. I think I've talked about it here and there. And I had some yarn that I purchased from Miss Babs last year that I thought would be perfect to do my Rhinebeck sweater for this year. That was kind of why I purchased it. So I thought I should hop on that since Rhinebeck is fast approaching. It'll be here before we know it. And if you're new to the knitting community podcast world, Rhinebeck is the New York Sheep and Wool Festival. It's held in Rhinebeck, New York. And this year, I think I leave on October 17th. So it's that weekend. It's always the third weekend in October. So excited to go, and I'm so excited about the sweater. Got this in a bag from Amy Beth of The Fat Squirrel. It's her library card bag. I think this was the first one I ever bought from her, and I think I might have bought this at Needles Up, the first Rhinebeck I went to the year before last, I think. So anyways, the yarn that I'm using that I bought last year is Miss Babs Yowza, which is her light worsted. I've used it in a pattern that called for DK before, and it worked, so it's kind of like a DK worsted. And this is the Oyster colorway. I just think it's a gorgeous gray. So I have 3 of these. The Yowza is a huge, like, it's massive skein. Do I have the tag in here so I can maybe tell you a little about it? It is 100% superwash merino wool, and in one of these, it's 560 yards, 225 grams. So it's a big one. I got 3 last year with the intention of making this sweater right here, because I think the pattern came out right before Rhinebeck last year. So I'm going to pull out the pattern here to show you a picture. It is called the Cable Stayed Cardigan. Flipping through here to find a couple of pictures to show you guys. I love, it's an open front cardigan. I won't pull out any of the other pictures because they're on pages that have the pattern, but it'll, of course, my project page will be linked down below and you can find the link to the pattern there. But I love the cables that run down. See them, they run down the back and the sides and around the front. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm very excited to be working this up. I'm excited that I'm using the yarn from last year and hoping to have it done. That's the goal. Okay, I'm gonna get everything put back in here. I don't know about you guys. Okay, I got it back in there. That's got some of the pattern on it, but I use these page protectors to hold my stuff in. I've even got my notebook in there that I'm marking my rows and pattern repeats on, a pen, my patterns in there. I just love tossing that down in a bag, especially a project like this where there's so many pages. Gotta have that notebook to mark everything off. I think it works out good. So that's the pattern, and here's where I am so far. Oh my goodness, look at that. I am loving it. So it's got some cables over here on the ends too. And this is the neck. So it's worked top down. It does have a bit of an interesting construction. You're working the back and the sleeves, and then we're doing something to get the front going too. I'm not that far yet. I'm trying not to read ahead too much because I will say it seems like it's a very wordy pattern. It's not that it's been hard to understand, and there's always a time where it's like, okay, you know, I get why there's so many details, but some of the things I'm finding, I'm like, okay, that's a lot of words for something that could have been explained in not as many words maybe. But like I said, I get making sure everything's covered and covered well. That's a good thing. But for reading ahead, I have not read ahead because I feel like I would get so confused. There's just so much in the pattern, so many things going on at once. But once I got into it and I'm just taking it step by step, line by line, it's been much easier. I think it was the reading ahead that was getting me like, oh my goodness, this is going to be overwhelming. But slowing it down, taking it one thing at a time, is going much better. So much better. So that's where I am so far. I've got all my stitch markers in there, marking the different repeats. I haven't touched this in a while. I've just had a lot of other things that needed work done on them with knitting, but I'm excited to get this picked back up. And my knit group is doing another Flagstaff weekend this month, so there's no way, I was gonna say maybe I'll have this done, but there's no way I'll have this done by the time we go. But hopefully it'll be something I can sit and work on while we are chatting together and knitting together. So I could just look at that all day. I love it. I love the colors. I am alternating skeins because I always think you should do that with hand-dyed yarn just in case, but it's kind of making me nervous. Okay, maybe I should talk about this and you guys can give your advice on this. So I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give the pattern away, but right now I'm alternating skeins and it's not going to mess with anything. But once I get past this section, from what I understand from the pattern, like I said, I was confused when I tried to read ahead, so might not be that way. But this is going to go around like this, and then I'm going to do something here to pick up the fronts. I think I'm going to pick up the fronts right here. So right now I'm alternating and it's not going to show because these edges are going to be hidden when I pick up the stitches. But when I start working the fronts, there is no neck band or button band that you go back and pick up. Everything is worked as you go. So I'm concerned about alternating my skeins right at that end point because I just feel like it might show. Maybe it won't. I guess it's not really showing right here. I mean, you can tell a little bit where I alternated the skeins, but I'm worried about having a weird edge, one edge being different from the other, where I've alternated skeins every other row. I don't know, you guys, if you have any thoughts on that, let me know below. Maybe I'm just thinking into it. I'm getting way ahead of myself and I'm thinking of a problem where there won't be any, so let me know. But I'm using my Knitter's Pride Zings for this, and the needle I'm using is a US 6 4mm, which is the called for needle I got gauged, so that was exciting. It was spot on. So that is that project so far. Got until October 17th. I have over a month. I think I can do it since it's a light worsted yarn. And that is all of my works in progress. So I do have quite a few things that I've received in the mail that we will go through. I received for a design that this will probably be the next sock design that I start. This is from Lizzie Ann Yarns, and I love her label. Look at that, the little flowers. It's from Lizzie Ann Yarns, and this is their soft sock set. It is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and this one is a 100 gram skein, and this is a 20 gram mini skein, and this is her hot cocoa colorway. So I'm excited to work up a new design. I have a couple of ideas. I'm not sure which one I'll go with yet, but that'll be getting caked up probably this weekend or early next week, along with my September Desert Vista Dye Works socks, sock yarn, so that I can get those two things started. And then Kim Brigio, who I've followed for a while, she does design, she has a podcast, she's started dyeing yarn, and she sent over a couple of skeins of yarn. One was going to be in a fun giveaway that we'll talk about here in a minute. Here is her card. It is Bridgefield Fiberworks. I love that card. I think it's so cute. So here's the one. She sent me one to design with, and I'm really excited about the color. This is Bouquet Toss on her Avenue sock, which is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 463 yards to 100 grams. Look how pretty that is. I have been feeling so drawn to these colors. I'm excited about this one. I don't have any idea what it's going to be yet. Socks, I think, but I don't have any idea on the pattern yet. It's just gorgeous. And then this one is going to be going in a giveaway that we'll talk about in just a moment. This is Marry Me. So pretty. So Bridgefield Fiberworks, and she sent a coupon code for you guys, so I'll link her shop below and I'll put the code below as well, but you can get 15% off in her shop if you use the code CRAZY15. So head over and check out Kim's shop. Last thing to show you guys, Nancy of Laughing Stitches. She is just the sweetest, kindest woman. She's so nice. And she sent me, this was a total surprise package. She had won a prize from the podcast. She test knit for me, and then I was so surprised to find a package from her in my mailbox. So she sent me a couple of things for me, and then a goodie for you guys as well. So I got a little set here, and it is so gorgeous. Look at that fabric. Oh my goodness. So she sent, I love these for when you're doing projects that have more than one skein going at a time. You can put your cake down inside of there and snap it closed, and then your two cakes are not gonna get as twisted and roll around in there. I use this for my bits and bobs blanket. I have two of these little sacks that I use, and they're perfect for that because you're holding fingering weight double, so I can put one ball in one ball in the other, and then they don't get tangled up. So nice. And I love that there's the little hook there, so you could hook it inside your bag if your bag has something in it, or you could put stitch markers on there, progress keepers. And she also sent over a notions pouch. So cute. Look at the fabric on the inside, the polka dots. I love these little flat notions pouches that you can just kind of lay down and open up the top and see what you've got in there. Makes it easy to get everything out. And then the project bag. I love this fabric on the bottom. And on the inside, she has a pocket back here. Nice drawstring bag. Does have a boxed bottom. Really cute. I've had this set aside so I could show you guys, but my next project is going to have to go in there. And this is actually, this one she sent for me, and then she also sent one for you guys. So I think this is, yeah, exact same size. I wanted to double check. I did take it out and take a peek and make sure it was the same, but that was a while back. So I wanted to double check and make sure it was the same size. So she sent this for you guys. I'm leaving it all packaged up for you since I had this one to show. And what I'm going to do, the special giveaway that I said we were going to do, this skein of yarn from Kim, this bag from Nancy, they're going to go into a giveaway for this month. So I'm going to keep this giveaway open for probably a couple of weeks here on YouTube, and we'll do a birthday giveaway because September is my birthday month. September 15th, I will be 33, so let's do a birthday giveaway. I think that'll be fun. So down below here on YouTube, just comment anything. If you have input about the sweater, alternating the skeins on the end, whether that's going to cause an issue. If you just have, I don't know, tell me how your day is going. I am really bad at coming up with prompts. It makes me nervous. I don't like it. Just comment anything you want down below. Don't say giveaway though, because I've heard that's bad and it can bring in people that don't watch the podcast, but they're just looking to get free stuff from anywhere. So don't say giveaway, but comment below. And here in a couple of weeks, I will draw a winner on the podcast and announce that. So keep an eye out. Probably won't be the next episode, but maybe the episode after is when I will draw the winner for that. I'm hoping to do some weekly episodes. That was so perfect when I was in the habit of doing them weekly. They're just, I feel like sometimes if it's a longer episode, I am overwhelming you guys with so much information and things to chat about. So I like the little simpler, shorter ones, and they're easier for me to record and edit. I just need more hours in the day. Hours in the week. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything that I had to share with you guys today. Trying to think what all has been going on around here. The normal stuff, Wyatt's back in fencing class, and he's loving that. Basketball, as always, with Austin. He has actually had some issues going on. He was going to start cross country, and he started having some heel pain on the last basketball tournament that he had, and he played through it all weekend. So I did not think it was anything too crazy serious. I was just kind of like, if you played through it, it's fine. Like, it can't be hurting you that bad. Well, it wasn't going away, so we got him in to his doctor, and his doctor was actually like, I think he needs to see a podiatrist. She's like, you know, as active as he is, I'm not really comfortable just brushing this off. He needs to have it checked. So we took him to the podiatrist, and turns out he's got a couple of things going on with his feet that has caused him to have Achilles tendonitis. There are things that can be corrected. He's had some inserts, some heel lifts, I think is what the podiatrist called them, put in his shoes for now that are lifting his heel so that it's taking a little bit of pressure off of his Achilles. His feet, I guess they should be flat, like when he walks, but he walks on the insides of his feet. So that's all that has caused some issues that we've got to get corrected because the kid just loves basketball so much. So we had to do some casting for some orthotics. So we go a couple weeks, I think, to go pick those up. They should be done and ready. His heel's feeling better with the heel lifts. He was not able to start cross country though, so he was bummed about that. But he's been able to continue basketball. And the heel lifts have been helping with the pain in his Achilles. Gotta get the orthotics. He's gonna show him some stretches for his Achilles to kind of loosen it up and get it doing what it should be doing, because the other issues that he had caused his Achilles to kind of tighten up, I guess, and it doesn't stretch like it should. It stays really tight. So hopefully the orthotics, the heel lifts in his shoes, we've got to look for. He needed new basketball shoes anyways. He was growing out of the ones he had, so he told us what to look for when we go to get him new shoes. We've got to make sure they have a little bit of a lift in the back of his heel, and hopefully all that will correct it. But he's been good. He hasn't been in, it's hurt him just a smidge here and there after practices, but he told him he could keep playing basketball as long as the pain did not get worse. So that's what's been going on around here pretty much. And we got a lot. Austin's birthday is this month. My mother-in-law's birthday is this month. My birthday is this month. Flagstaff trip coming up. I'm going to see Mumford & Sons in concert on the 16th. So excited about that. Yeah, it's a busy September. So many things. I feel like September is probably my favorite month. It's my birthday month. It's Austin's birthday month. I just love September. I feel like you're kind of bringing in fall. I've been so in the fall mood, so ready for just fall and Halloween, which I feel like probably everybody is, but I don't know that I normally get this excited about fall and Halloween. I'm in denial that it's still 100+ degrees outside. It's miserable here, y'all. It's miserable. It's so hot. I'm over the heat. Last weekend, this past weekend, I was like, I'm done with this heat. I'm just in denial. Maybe if I pretend it's fall, it will be fall. So I told Eric he was going to make chili. He makes such good chili. So he made a big pot of chili, and we had our neighbors, Steph and Dusty, over and their kids. We had chili. The kids went and played, and then us adults did some pumpkin beer tasting because pumpkin beer is my favorite. I do not like pumpkin anything. That's unpopular opinion there, I know, but I love the smell of pumpkin. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes or pumpkin pie, but pumpkin beer, I love pumpkin beer. So we had some different pumpkin beers, and we had little cups, and we did little tastings of the pumpkin beers. It was a lot of fun. It was 100+ degrees outside. We just stayed inside in the air conditioning and did that and played a couple of games. We played Mad Gab and Hearing Things, which is such a funny game. You have to wear headphones that have their like noise canceling, but they play stuff in your ears so that you really can't hear anything, and it makes it hard to try to focus on what your partner is saying. It is hilarious because you're trying to guess. You're just supposed to guess, you know, because you could be somewhat right, but you can't hear anything, and there's all this noise in your ear, and it's hard to focus on their lips while you have all that going on. So it's just a really fun game to play. So we played games, did some pumpkin beer tasting, pretended it was fall. I had a pumpkin candle going. It was wonderful. It did not bring on the cold weather though. But I think I will go ahead and wrap it up for today. I have finished my coffee, sadly. So I may go make another cup of coffee. And thank you guys so much for joining me for today's episode. It's probably a little bit of a longer one, so if you stuck it out, I appreciate you watching the whole thing. So I will chat with you guys again hopefully next week. Don't forget, birthday month giveaway. Comment down below to be entered. It'll be those two things, and I'll probably throw in some stitch markers and different things as well. So thank you guys again for watching. Have a good week. Happy knitting. Bye.